Thank you, President Simonelli, honorable council members and administrators and friends and neighbors. Thank you so much. I'll be very succinct, I assure you that. I just wanted to give you an update on some of the bills that I'm working on for Middletown, specifically House Bill 5182, which is regarding the 24 amendments to the Middletown Home Rule Charter that was approved by the voters in the 2008 election. This bill has passed on the House floor, passed in the Senate, and now Senator DePalma's version will be on the House floor on Wednesday night. It is expected to pass, and it will be transmitted over to the governor's desk. So that is forthwith. House Bill 6007 regarding the tax exemption for the elderly, those over 65 with the income limitations. The House Municipal Committee will be hearing that this coming Wednesday. They were waiting on the Senate bill, which passed. So that should come out of committee this week and be on the House floor next week. And then once that passes, that will be transmitted as well over to the governor. So it's all in the process, and it's moving along, so you should be in receipt by early June. Obviously, the 2010 budget is a big concern and an issue. We'll be specifically working on that in the next 7 to 8 weeks. I also want you to know I am in receipt of your resolution regarding House Bill 5122, opposing the Rhode Island Turnpike Bridge Authority going under the auspices of the DOT. I received a similar resolution from the town of Jamestown, as well as a number of constituent calls and emails. And should that get out of committee, you have my support in opposing it. So. I also wanted to remind you that I've co-sponsored some legislation specific to net metering, which I believe is very important not only for Aquidneck Island, Jamestown, and all of Rhode Island. Last year, the General Assembly passed some net metering legislation saying that towns and cities would get full credit for wind energy produced. However, when the PUC, the Public Utilities Commission, started having some oversight, they said only 5 accounts, which was very restrictive. Jamestown has 12 accounts, Middletown has 49 accounts between school and town, and Portsmouth has over 40. So this particular bill would mean that credit would be given from National Grid to cities, towns, and farms. The whole idea is that we want to incentivize wind energy and alternative energy solutions. We certainly don't want to penalize anyone. So my goal is to, I've been pushing House leadership to get it out of committee so that we can actually vote on it. And I'd say just finally, as I mentioned to you in the last update, I'm one of 6 state reps and 6 state senators sitting on a joint commission looking at economic development for the ports of Rhode Island. And we've had a number of meetings. We've toured the Port of Providence, Quonset, East Providence, Newport, going up and down. And obviously, we have to have an open mind and an open heart about economic development. But with 400 miles of coastline in this state, hence the ocean state, we certainly are rich in history of marine services, boat building, life sciences, research, and things like that. So deep water wind, as you know, is over at Quonset, and I understand they're picking up 2 more parcels. And there's another company out of Plymouth, which is called Aeronautica, and they do build some small wind turbines, and they are looking also at Quonset, and hopefully we can, get people in Middletown as well. Congratulations on the award. That I saw that email tonight with the $23 million, so that's good. And finally, congratulations to the Middletown schools. They were at the State House in April. All 3 schools in Middletown, 3 schools, which was the most of any school department in Rhode Island. The high school, the Gaudet and JFK, received the Rhode Island Recycling Award, so that was pretty cool. So that's basically, what I've been doing. I keep reminding you I'm an extension to your team, so whatever I can do to help. I continue to stay in contact with Sean and with President Simonelli and try to get as much money as possible for Middletown. I know that's the big concern with revenue sharing. And we just have to wait and see how that unfolds. So any questions, any thoughts?
Ms. Deb Ruggiero, a few months ago, there appeared in one of the newspapers, either Projo or the Newport Daily News, the amount of money that has been collected in fines for vehicles, illegal vehicles, traveling over Seconic Bridge. I asked a senator to find out where that money has gone into. I've never gotten a response. It was $1.5 million, I believe, in fines. And I firmly believe that if that money is in reserve for repairs to roads and bridges. It should not go to anything else and have a special fund for it and not into the general fund budget. So if
Good
you could
point.
find out where it went to and why it doesn't go into the roads, bridges account, I'd like that.
Okay, I will get
Thank
back
you.
to you on that, for sure. Good question.
The Budget 2010 update, is there any clarification on that, or when will we see funds, and how is it going to be divided up?
You know, the big concerns obviously are revenue sharing, which looks like it could be very tenuous. I will say I was one of the members of the House that actually insisted that we put some monies back to the revenue sharing back in the '09 budget, so we were able to get $25 million back to that, including $2.8 million for the nursing homes and $3 million for the developmentally disabled. That and also the pension reform, President Simonelli, are the big issues. We did approve Article 11 of the supplemental budget, which means that the legislature must perform due diligence on that issue. So I would say in the next 6 or 7 weeks, a lot is going to transpire, and you have my commitment that, you know, I will call you when I hear or see anything, and we can have many conversations about that.
Is there anything we can do to help make your job easier? Any resolutions? Is there anything?
You know, I think it's been a great partnership and relationship, and I appreciate the support and the openness. And I want you to know that I'm working for you at the State House. As I said, I'm part of your management team, and whatever I can do to help Middletown and Jamestown, it's an honor to serve, and thanks so much for the opportunities to be here tonight.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
I promised I'd be short and succinct, so there you have it. Thank you.
Moving on to item number 2.